Hi, and I'm Sky, and I'm here to do the tarot forecast for the week of the 25th to the 31st of January 2021. And let's see what the cards want to show us this week. Well, this week on the 28th, we do have the full moon. It is in Leo. And it is called traditionally the wolf moon. So that makes it quite a primal moon. You got wolves and you got lions. And it's saying that, this is a time that could be very much in connection to romance and passions. But it's saying be careful because it could bring up some angst. So it's saying we need to bring the fires down. We need to kind of temper things. But it could be quite a time of, like I said, romantic relationships, or bringing new relationships in our lives. Or if we're already in a relationship, it's saying things could get very passionate. It can also bring a little bit of conflict in between what we want and what we need. And also like home life, work life. So it's saying there's things that we're going to be faced and we're going to have to make decisions of. So, it's also going to bring a lot of heightened intuition. It could bring some tears. There's a lot of emotion around a full moon anyway, but it could bring some tears, but it could also bring a little bit heightened. So it's saying we need to keep everything tempered. We need to keep everything balanced. So this could be quite an emotional week. As we go through this transformation that we're going through right now, we got to keep the doorways open of creativity, and we have to remember that we are in Aquarius season. A lot of thinking, a lot of spoken word, journaling, writing it all down. So let's see what the cards want to tell us this week for the 25th to the 31st of January 2021. And this card just flew out and we're going to take it from there. So the first card that just flew out here is the card of Judgment. And what's interesting about this card is it's card number 20. It's the last card before the world in the major arcana cards. And this angel is looking down at the people and he's saying, rise up, rise up. It's a card of rebirth. It's about letting the old things go and allowing new things to open up. And this has been a big time for this in the last few months. This has been a big time of, we had conjunctions that brought letting things go, allowing new beginnings to start. So this is really reminding us that we can really start again. We can really use the wisdom and the passion that we have behind things to open up new doorways and to be reborn and to be able to come through. So let's see what other cards we have with that Judgment card. This is also telling us not to be judgmental. Basically it's saying that when we get stuck in ways, it's about letting things go, letting things out of our system, allowing us to be able to have more peace and have more harmony in our lives. And what this is saying to me here is, it's showing me the star here, which is the light at the end of the tunnel. And as people are kind of going through in the first part of this January, we're coming to the end of January right now, it's saying that this light at the end of the tunnel, has been a lot of changes for us this month. And, it's been the first part of the new year, and there's been these big changes that are going on. We're still in the middle of COVID. And it's saying that we need to not forget that. We need to not let this heightened passion for life and these new exciting beginnings to think that we can just do whatever we want to do. We still need restrictions in our life, but it's definitely showing us that the light is there at the end of the tunnel. 1 and 7, this is card 17. And the star, that 1 and 7 begins 8, and there's 8 stars in the sky there. And this is showing us that we can pour away that ripple effect of what's no longer working for us. That's that Knight of Cups. He brings good news. Knights are messengers. They're on a quest. He's bringing us good news, emotional good news. He's bringing his cup. He's bringing us a full cup. He also can come in the form of joy and just having a nice time and just relaxing and letting ourselves be. We've all gone through a tough time. But we're also being reminded is not to give to the detriment. It's saying don't give away so much of ourselves that we run dry. So it's finding this balance. We're needing to find a balance. And especially this week, with this heightened full moon on the 28th, it's saying we need to find a balance within ourselves to keep that big flame into a pilot light and keep it tempered. You know, this is a card, and this came up as one of the cards of the day this week. Again, balance on balance, the scales of justice and the sword of truth. And you know, this is also a time for an internal balance that we need to find, and know that this is about fairness. This is about not being judgmental. This is about also, you know, there's been a lot of conflict where politics and things like that have been going on, and a lot of people in disagreement of how they should deal with the pandemic, for instance. But it's also saying, you know, allow yourself to have some balance, to let things, give them a time for things to be able to settle. Let it settle. Look at the truth of the situations and know your inner truth too, because this is that time of new beginnings, and that's that rebirth. You know, he is the risk taker. He can run along here and jump off the side of the cliff. He can take a risk. He's got the dog of loyalty. It's saying taking a leap of faith and knowing that you're taken care of. So we like that. You know, I feel very strongly that, you know, we've been kind of hard on ourselves, and this is a time of letting go of that and allowing ourselves to feel our inner passions and our creativities. So again, this is really awesome, because this is moving forward in victory. We are starting to move forward. We feel like we've been stagnant for a long time, but this is a decision-making time. This is going to be a year 2021 of really manifesting and putting those goals down and writing those goals down so that we can manifest them. You know, this is our future security. She has the hawk on her hand, which sees the bigger picture. All those beautiful pentacles blooming there with those gorgeous lush grapes, and this is a very successful, fortunate card. And then it's along with the Magician, and he has all the tools on the table for manifestation. So this is a big week for basically writing down your goals, letting things go from the past, even if things, you don't agree with everything. We don't agree with everything we see on the news. We don't agree with everything everybody else says. But it says, give things a chance. Allow things to kind of like balance out. Know the truth of your own knowing and your own heart. Use the tools, the elements to be able to manifest your future. This is going to be an emotional time, but it says it's also a time of passion and joy, and allowing ourselves to feel the energy and to be able to, feel kind of lit up. Again, keep that big, that angst down into a tempered flame, and allow ourselves to remain focused this week while we go through this wolf full moon in Leo. So on that note, I wish you a beautiful full moon. Don't forget to charge your crystals. This will be a great time to charge your crystals for 2021. And, allow yourself to feel the fire energy. And basically, that's a creative time. Keep those doors of creativity open. And on that note, have a beautiful week from the 25th to the 31st of January 2021. Namaste.